So this is a demonstration of bidirectional replication of CloudSQL PostgreSQL instances using private IP addresses. So I have 4 Cloud Shell instances. And before me walking through this, let me show you what I have. So I have 2 CloudSQL instances, PG East and PG Central. One in Central region, the other one is in the East. Both these Cloud SQL instances are living within same VPC and they are running PostgreSQL version 13. As you can see, these are running with private IP addresses but not by public IP address. So for us to connect to these Cloud SQL instances, we need to have a virtual machine within the same instance. So I created a virtual machine within the same VPC, and then I connected to these Cloud SQL instances using the PSQL command. So let me show you that. As you can see, I tried to connect these Cloud SQL instances with the PSQL command. And I've done all the configuration that is required. I'm going to give the step-by-step instructions of how to configure this bidirectional application in the description. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to demonstrate how the whether the replication is successful or not. There is a table. Before that, you can see we initiated a subscription which is up and running in the left Cloud Shell, which is trying to read the subscription in East region. At the same time, I have another subscription called test sub1, which is trying to read in host 80.16, which is the Cloud SQL, which is the private IP of the Cloud SQL instance in the Central region. So subscriptions from both the ends are ready, and we will give it a shot to create to insert a couple of rows in the table 1 in Central region, and then we will check if those records are being replicated in the East region. So I'm going to go ahead and run a simple query here. I'm going to give 130, 131, and 132. Okay. And for the values, I'm going to add Z in front of every other value, just to differentiate between the previously inserted records. I've already done this exercise, so I'm doing it another time to improvise the presentation. So previously I've done ABC and then added 1. In this case, I'm adding Z in front of those alphabets. So let me go ahead and insert this. As you can see, it inserted 3 rows into the table. And let me run. Before that, let's check if those records were inserted. Okay, so I'm going to run this. As you can see, 130, 131, 132 were inserted. So now I'm going to select the same table from the East region and see if 130, 131, and 132 have been inserted or not. There you go. So 130, 131, and 132 have been inserted. So the replication happened from Central to East region. So now let's try to do the same thing from the West, from East to Central. So I'm going to probably do 140 here this time. 141, 142, and maybe this time I'll add X in front of the alphabets just to differentiate between previous records, and then I'll try to insert it here. And let's try to run select star and see the X values were added. So 140 to 142 were added. And let's go back to Central region and try to run the select star command. There you go. So we have X 140, 142, 140 to 142 been inserted into it. So this is how the bidirectional replication can be implemented in Cloud SQL PostgreSQL instance. And I'm going to give the detailed instructions as to how to configure this, what are all the commands required for this replication, how to create a node, how to create a subscription from both the ends to get to this point. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop your comments in the comment section, and I'm more than happy to answer them. All right, that's all for this video. I'll see you in another video.